Welcome to our session on aldehydes and ketones, specifically focusing on their oxidation reactions. Today, we'll embark on a four-level journey, starting from the basics of how these compounds react with oxygen, moving through specific reagents, delving into mechanisms, and finally exploring advanced applications. Get ready to uncover the fascinating world of chemical transformations. Let's kick off with the fundamentals of oxidation for aldehydes and ketones. It's simpler than you think. Oxidation in organic chemistry often means gaining oxygen or losing hydrogen. Aldehydes, with their unique CH bond on the carbonyl carbon, are quite eager to gain an oxygen atom, transforming into carboxylic acids. Think of it like a quick upgrade. This reactivity makes them distinct. For instance, ethanyl, a simple aldehyde, can easily become ethanoic acid. This transformation is fundamental to many chemical processes, and we'll see why it's so important as we progress. Now, ketones are a bit more stubborn. Unlike aldehydes, they lack that easily oxidizable CH bond directly attached to the carbonyl. This means they're quite resistant to oxidation under mild conditions. To get them to react, you need much stronger oxidizing agents and harsher conditions. When they do oxidize, it's usually a more destructive process, leading to the breaking of carbon-carbon bonds and forming a mixture of smaller carboxylic acids. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Here are 3 quick questions. Pause the video, try to answer them, and then check your knowledge. These will help solidify the core concepts we just covered. Ready to dive a bit deeper? In this medium level, we'll explore the specific reagents that make these oxidation reactions happen. For aldehydes, we have some classic tests. Tollens reagent, also known as the silver mirror test, uses ammoniacal silver nitrate to oxidize aldehydes, reducing silver ions to metallic silver. Fehling's and Benedict's solutions, both copper-based reagents, do a similar job, turning from blue to a red precipitate of cuprous oxide. These aren't just tests, they're mild, selective oxidizers, perfect for aldehydes. Beyond the mild tests, stronger agents like potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate in acidic medium can also oxidize aldehydes to carboxylic acids. But remember, ketones are much more resilient. They only react under very vigorous conditions, like heating with strong acids and oxidizers. This difference in reactivity is key for distinguishing them. When ketones do finally succumb to vigorous oxidation, their carbon chain breaks. This C-to-C bond cleavage happens adjacent to the carbonyl group. A useful guideline for unsymmetrical ketones is Popoff's rule, which states that the carbonyl group tends to stay with the smaller alkyl group. However, it's important to remember that this often leads to a mixture of carboxylic acids. Now, let's challenge ourselves with 5 questions based on the specific reagents and conditions we've just discussed. Think about the products, the observations, and the underlying reasons for the reactions. Welcome to the hard level. Here, we'll peel back the layers and look at the how behind these oxidations, including some special cases. The ease of aldehyde oxidation stems from the presence of a CH bond on the carbonyl carbon. In aqueous solutions, aldehydes can form gemdiols, which are essentially secondary alcohols and thus readily oxidized. This hydrate intermediate makes the oxidation by mild reagents like tollens and Fehling's much smoother, as it's the gemdiol that actually gets oxidized, not the aldehyde directly. For ketones, a fascinating and synthetically important oxidation is the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Here, a peroxy acid inserts an oxygen atom into the ketone, transforming it into an ester or a lactone. The selectivity of this reaction is governed by migratory aptitude. Certain alkyl or aryl groups migrate more readily than others, leading to specific products. This is a powerful tool for ring expansion or ester synthesis. We also encounter chromium-based reagents like Jones reagent, which are strong oxidizers for both alcohols and aldehydes. understanding the spectrum of oxidizing agents, from mild to strong, and their specific applications, is crucial. The synthetic utility of these reactions lies in selectively preparing carboxylic acids, esters, or even lactones, often without affecting other sensitive functional groups in the molecule. It's time to put your analytical skills to the test with these 7 challenging questions. They require you to connect concepts, predict products, and even consider reaction mechanisms. Good luck! Alright, buckle up. This is the hardest level, where we'll delve into the most intricate details and advanced applications of oxidation reactions for aldehydes and ketones. Beyond Popoff's rule, the regoselectivity of ketone cleavage is influenced by electronic and steric factors, with different oxidants yielding varying product distributions. Moreover, ketones can undergo highly selective alpha oxidation. For instance, selenium dioxide, SiO2, is a remarkable reagent that oxidizes ketones specifically at the alpha carbon, leading to the formation of alpha diketones, a reaction with significant synthetic utility in forming complex carbonyl structures. Catalytic oxidation offers precise control. For example, aldehydes can undergo autooxidation, a radical chain process initiated by trace metals or light, reacting with atmospheric oxygen to form peroxy acids. These peroxy acids then act as oxidizers themselves, converting more aldehyde into carboxylic acid. This mechanism is crucial for understanding the stability of aldehydes during storage and can be harnessed industrially for large-scale production of acids. The oxidation of aldehydes and ketones isn't just a lab curiosity, it's vital in industry. Think about the production of acetic acid from acetaldehyde or the synthesis of caprolactone, a precursor to nylon 6, via Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. In biology, oxidative decarboxylation of alpha-keto acids, like pyruvate, is a fundamental step in cellular respiration, linking carbohydrate metabolism to energy production. These reactions are omnipresent, from industrial reactors to living cells. Mastering oxidation requires understanding how to achieve selectivity. How do you oxidize an aldehyde without touching a double bond? Or selectively oxidize one part of a complex molecule? This involves choosing the right reagent, solvent, and conditions. Advanced strategies include protecting groups, phase transfer catalysis, and biomimetic oxidations, all aimed at achieving precise transformations in multifunctional compounds. Now for the ultimate challenge. These first 5 questions will test your deep understanding of mechanisms, advanced reagents, and synthetic pathways. Take your time, analyze each problem, and apply all the knowledge we've covered. And here are the final 5 questions to truly push your limits. These problems require critical thinking, integrating various concepts, and proposing sophisticated solutions. Good luck with these advanced challenges. That wraps up our comprehensive journey through the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. I hope you found this deep dive insightful and engaging. For more such in-depth content and to further supercharge your advanced preparation, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates and new lessons. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling.